We're live. Let's get shit set up. See if I can't find it. What's the time? Son of a bitch. Trying to find my motherfucking background for y'all. Hopefully, I'll find it pretty fucking quick. It's eluding me at the moment. I don't know where the fuck it is. Well, son of a bitch. I might not be able to find it. Maybe if I just simply re-download it. Let's see. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm fucking looking for. Fuck yeah. We're live. Talking about all kinds of shit. I'm gonna relax for a minute while I wait for people to come in here. Only 2 minutes strong. I'm a little later than I wanted to be, especially considering I went live at 1 yesterday. It's 2 right now, where I'm at, 2 a.m. Central Time. But we're here now. We're chilling. Got my fucking dope-ass background over there. If y'all can see it. Yeah, there you go. What's up, man? All one of yous in here. How you doing? Welcome to the show, to the stream. Whatever the fuck we're doing here. We're talking a little Charlie Kirk, talking a little Trump, talking a little bit of YouTube's new monetization policies. That don't really affect me just yet, because I'm not even fucking monetized. But I do find them kind of interesting. So maybe we'll have a fucking look. So I was watching Kyle Kowinski talk about it. He was talking about how there's all these new AI policies. They're supposed to keep minors away from certain channels. Probably like mine, actually, and definitely like his. Thank you for whoever liked the stream. But I thought it was interesting because talking about restricting kids' access to like political channels. They're starting to go back down that road again, which I find interesting. So this is at least ostensibly a little bit of a political channel. It's we do discuss politics sometimes, especially during these streams. So there you go. Hi, Mr. Typero. How's it going, buddy? What you up to? But no, apparently starting at some point in September, I think he said the 18th. I'm not 100% certain. But at some point during this month, they're going to start rolling out new monetization policies again. Hope y'all like that sweet fucking ad revenue. For the motherfuckers that are still getting it. Not for much longer. Y'all are going to be relying on Patreon and Substack. All that shit. Instead of fucking YouTube helping you out. I'm not even at that stage where it really affects me, but it is important to me. Because it's an issue that affects creators across the spectrum. So it is something that I do feel a little bit of concern about, because if my channel were a little bigger, it would be affected by that shit. So it is definitely something that's a little bit worrying to me. I remember the original Adpocalypse back in 2017. They started running like Coke ads and Nestle ads all across like neo-Nazi shit. In your back that is a green screen. Yes, it is. I've used it before. That's one of my favorite green screens. I just now found it again, so I'm gonna try and use it for these strings more often. Have it saved in a place that's a little bit easier to find. That's I really dig it. I made it using Chat GPT. So if you don't like it, I don't know. But I don't know. I thought it looked pretty fucking cool. So it's got like the trans colors. It's got like nice psychedelic fucking imagery. Hell yeah. You have cars. I do not. I do not have cars. I do have a car, but it's currently broken at the moment. I don't have any money to fix it. That's how that shit is. They're still looking for the assassin, the Charlie Kirk assassin, whoever it is. I saw a lot of the images they released today. I'm probably a little bit behind on the current events concerning that. Hello, Connie Puss in Boots. I like your name. That's funny. Connie Puss in Boots. Now they're still looking for the Charlie Kirk assassin, whoever shot him. They released images. He didn't look very trans to me. You have a computer. I do not have a computer. Well, I mean, I do actually, but it's also not working. I haven't set it up in a while. I'm limited to just my phone and my PS5 at the moment, so that's how that shit goes. Felt you. I need to get it started for my car. Yeah, it's rough out here right now. That's another thing I didn't really put in the title, but the job reports that I've been looking at, all that shit's fucking going down. That shit sucks. People can't find a job right now. The economy is fucking. It feels like it's kind of stagnating to me. It feels like everyone who has a job is just holding on for it. Please, PlayStation 3 game. Ratchet & Clank: A Future in Time, or whatever that game is called. It's a good game, though. It's a good PS3 game. There's a few good ones. PS3 is a great console. One of my favorites. Fucking getting all distracted, though. Trying to talk about Charlie Kirk. Trying to talk about YouTube's demonetization. Trump, motherfucker, had a stroke, it looked like. Moment of silence for the great Charlie. I mean, you can hold a moment of silence. I ain't gonna be silent. Every moment I'm silent is fucking dead air on this stream, so no thanks. I said it in the stream yesterday, but as far as Charlie Kirk goes, I'm not really celebrating. I'm not really overjoyed that he's dead. I don't really like seeing people die. It's pretty horrible too if you've seen the video, but I'm not shedding no fucking tears for Charlie Kirk. You have a job, I do not. I mean, not unless you count this shit. I'm not really making no money off it just yet. I'm trying to stick with it though. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Don't smoke. Nah, I'm good. I'll smoke. That's what I'll do. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. You can say R.I.P. if you want. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, I have a hard time really feeling much of anything about it. So I don't really want to celebrate his death. I don't really want to be sympathetic or empathetic, really. So the dude said a lot on record that would indicate that he's not a very cool motherfucker. He's talked about protecting the Second Amendment, protecting people's rights to owning guns. As far as I'm concerned, his death is the result of his own advocacy. I'm not the first person to say that, and I won't be the last either. So, but no, I don't really want to see him dead. I saw the video of him getting shot, and I was like, man, it looks really fucking insane. Please show your front view. I don't know what a front view is. I don't know what the fuck you mean. You mean my front view? This is my front view. You're looking at me from the front. So there you go. Got 3 people in here right now. Hell yeah. It's still crazy to me, that fucking assassination video. The video of him actually getting shot. I said it yesterday. You're probably not going to be able to find it too many places online, but it's still all over the place right now. What's going on here? We're just doing a fucking stream. That's all we're doing. That's all that's going down. Kind of semi-chill stream, but we're also kind of mixing in a little bit of current event shit. You sing with guitar? I cannot sing worth a shit. I was in choir back in the day, but I don't think my singing voice really holds up these days. Maybe I could still sing. I sing along to fucking songs I like Shit from Sleep Token, or, you know, whoever I listen to. Lately it's been Sleep Token because they get stuck in my head a lot. Or it'll be, a lot of times I'll listen to fucking AI generated music. Some of it sounds pretty good. You know? You sing with guitar. I wish I could play guitar. I really do. It'd be pretty fucking dope. Even if it hurts me, even if I can't sleep. That's a song that's been stuck in my fucking head. Fucking Chokehold from Sleep Token. That shit's been stuck in my head all fucking day, because I listened to it earlier. They just, I don't know, that band gets stuck in my head all the fucking time. A lot of people hate them, which is fair. I mean, I guess it's not fair, but I don't know. I understand why it's a divisive kind of fucking band. They're like real degentine, real progressive metal. It doesn't sit well with some. I get it, but I love that shit. It's fucking heaven to my goddamn ears. I dig it. An old Sleep Token. And the other fucking shoe dropped today. Fucking sitting there watching everyone's streams. I saw Trump coming out on camera. It's not really accurate to my face because it's the left side of my face, but in all the fucking photos, his fucking face is going, he's like smiling. He's like, but this part of his face is going down, down, down. It looks like he had a fucking stroke. That's fucking crazy. Something's up with Trump, man. Someone needs to go give him a wellness check. That's what I think. Poor guy had a fucking stroke. Some people were saying he had a stroke during his fucking speech. Which I don't know if that happened, but if you watch his speech from today, his little 9/11 memorial speech, the dude was fucking talking, and he was slurring like fucking crazy. It's fucking bizarre. Whatever the fuck is going on with him, a lot of people were saying that he just had a stroke on one side of his face. I find that interesting. If that is what happened, I can't think of anything else that might have caused it. A lot of people are saying maybe possibly a mini stroke, which is possible. I don't really know how strokes occur though. I'd have to do a little bit more fucking research myself. Why are you drinking water and cigarette? You mean why am I smoking and why am I drinking water? Because smoking gives you fucking dry mouth. That'd be why. You never smoked a cigarette. Well, if you're a kid, I get away. You might not have smoked a cigarette before, but they do give you dry mouth. I'm always fucking thirsty. My mouth is always fucking dry. Good old Trump. Trump. I guess we're all just kind of waiting on whatever to hear what the fucking news is about him. And it's still surprising to me. Even just kind of switching gears back to Charlie Kirk, his assassin. I'm amazed that they have not found anything relating to him. Just besides that picture, that's the only thing they found. They have not been able to actually catch the dude yet. They fucking caught Luigi Mangione. I think they took him like a week to catch him. I don't expect that they're gonna take much longer this time around. We'll see though. It'll probably take a couple weeks at the very most. That'd be like the worst case scenario. I think like 2 weeks to catch that motherfucker. If they hadn't caught him outside of 2 weeks when they managed to catch Luigi in like, I don't know, a week and a half. Bye. I will come in next day, okay? Alright, cool. Fuck yeah. Christopher Leary. But it's just it's surprising to me that he's still at large. That the FBI, the Cat Patel was fucking on Twitter, like probably hours after it happened on the 10th, just saying that we got someone in custody. It's because whoever's running shit over there is like they got a narrative. They're trying to promote their fucking narrative. They're trying to get the information out when there is no information out. They didn't even know who the fuck it was at the time. We saw the old dude. That was one of the first people we all saw. If you've been looking at the footage, you've been paying attention. And then we got the images that were released on the 11th, just a few hours ago, like 6 or 7 hours ago. We got the images of the dude all dressed in fucking black, wearing like the like the gay little fucking pro-America shirt. That motherfucker still ain't been found. It's interesting how long all this shit has taken, and just how crazy this situation still fucking is. It's interesting how long they're taking to catch this guy. I don't want to get too conspiracy brained about that shit, but it does seem a little fucking fishy. I'm curious as to what's truly going on there, you know? La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. I see two y'all in here. I could be chatting. It's cool if you don't, though. No worries. Let's see what we got for chat filter. Let's see if I go to all messages. Same shit. Interesting. Hopefully we can get some more people up in here. Talk more about this Charlie Kirk shit. See what people's opinions are. So I know a lot of the current narrative on the right is to point fingers towards people like me, people who are trans, or people who are just on the left. Like overall, they're attempted to put the blame on us, even though we don't really know what the fucking shooter's motivations are. I find that part really fucking interesting. They've all crafted this fucking narrative that it might just be someone on the fucking left that did it, but they're not really saying it might. You know, they're talking with some fucking authority like they know. They don't know. No one knows that. As far as we're concerned, it could just be a crazy motherfucker out there, and it more than likely is. That was my initial guess, that it was either a crazy motherfucker or like a groiper, like a Nick Fuentes fucking fan, or both. I mean, you know, I don't know, maybe that's far-fetched, but a crazy and groiper, they're not mutually exclusive terms. You know, you can be both of those fucking things. I think most people would probably say evil, though. They're fucking Nazis. Fucking Nick Fuentes, his ilk. You never know, though. I won't try and deflect like it isn't a fucking left-wing shooter, but I don't really want to run with speculation. I mean, we can speculate here, but whatever I say on these streams in regards to this subject, you should not be taking it as fact. You should be taking it as, this is just my fucking opinion about what I'm talking about when it comes to this shit. That's what separates me from my fucking reactionary contemporaries. So they don't seem to fucking know the difference, or maybe they just don't care about the difference, frankly. It doesn't matter either way, but they don't seem to give a shit about what's actually true or not. They care about promoting a fucking narrative. They care about the narrative that they crafted up in their fucking heads, and that's all they give a shit about. They don't care if the reality actually fucking lines up with it. They'll find a way to justify that later. That's how it always is with them. That's one of the more frustrating things I've noticed about them and their rhetoric, is every time I fucking see them online, it's, what's the narrative? What's the narrative that we're all going to run with? And it's like, okay, well, before you've even established that narrative, what facts are you basing this on? It's like, oh, well, we're just basing this off of the pure fucking raw emotions that we all feel. It's like, okay, don't you think that's maybe a little fucking irresponsible? Don't you think that's maybe kind of jumping the fucking gun a little bit? It don't matter to them. It's whoever it's whatever fucking narrative they want to run with. And it's not just with this transgender shit, it's with a lot of different shit. I noticed that back in January when Elon Musk did his fucking little, Sieg Heil shit. I'm not gonna fucking do it right here. Hello there, Dragonfly. But that was the same deal that happened there. None of them, to me, it seems as though I watched one thing and they watched something else entirely. If you watched that fucking inauguration video, he did his little fucking Sieg Heil shit. He did his little Nazi salute. I'm not gonna call it anything else. I'm not gonna call it a fucking Roman salute like they all fucking did, or a fucking a moment of autism popping up. I'm not trying to be ableist against the dude, but I don't really think that was autism. Let's just put it that fucking way. I've never met an autistic person who felt the need to Sieg Heil constantly. It's fucking retarded. That's not a thing. That's not something that happens, right? So I watched that fucking footage. I'm like, oh, Elon Musk is fucking like going mask off. He's not even fucking like dog whistling. He's going even farther than that. He's just straight up fucking Sieg Heil on TV. I go on fucking Twitter, and then I go on fucking Discord afterwards. Every motherfucker I talked to that day, it's like, oh, they're all making excuses for him. And he's making excuses too. He's on Twitter making excuses, talking about how he's doing a fucking Roman salute. Okay, bro. Like, where do you think the Nazis learned it from? That didn't just come out of the fucking ether. That wasn't just something that the fucking Holy Roman Empire, like all the military and those motherfuckers did just back then. That's not how that works. The U.S. had a pretty similar fucking salute before World War II, and we stopped using it because of the fucking Nazis. Right? So, I don't know. It's the point I'm driving at is it's always disingenuous fucking shit with them. And I can't tell at this point if it's them being purposefully fucking dishonest. I mean, I'm sure it is for some of them. And how many of them actually fucking truly believe in that version of reality. So I've also met people who are like pretty firmly locked in, like, oh no, that was a Roman salute. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm like, man, how are you not able to see the reality of the situation for what it actually is? That's what I want to fucking know. I really do. And of course, it's because some people are purposefully misinterpreting reality. That's the only conclusion I'm left to draw. Either you're fucking crazy, which, I mean, maybe, whatever. I'm not going to hold that against people, whatever. If people are crazy, people are crazy. Or you're just fucking lying. I don't see, I mean, I don't know, is there a third option? Is there a third possibility for these people? Is there a third way for them to look at things? Maybe there is. Maybe there's some angle I'm not seeing to it. But it does often seem like whenever I look at current events, or whenever a reactionary that I'm aware of, like Nick Fuentes or Charlie Kirk, or, I mean, whatever, he's not going to be commentating anymore, but whoever the fuck, it seems like every time we look at reality, we come away with two different fucking conclusions. Which is, I don't know, that's a fucking worrying thought to me. It really is. Y'all motherfuckers are quiet in the chat today. No worries. I'll sit here and ramble by myself. We're going for 2 hours today. So, even if I'm just chilling here, talking to my fucking self, I'm down. See if more motherfuckers join up in here. It is getting a little slow, but we're going to power on through. That's the biggest thing that worries me lately. It's been worrying me for a while. It's not really something that's crazy new, but the fact that there are Nazis this nakedly, openly in our fucking discourse, which that's another thing that makes me wonder, like, Why did they all fucking rush to Elon's defense and say it was a Roman salute? Like, you got Nazis on Twitter, like real fucking Nazis. They don't hide shit. They don't fucking. They don't put the mask on. You know. Damn, some motherfucker removed the goddamn like. Shit, I was at 4 likes, now I'm back at 3. Fuck, dude. Oh well, whatever. But, you know, they don't have to hide it anymore. Like, you might as well be fucking honest about your fucking intentions. You got the goddamn Gestapo, aka fucking ICE, running around. That's what they're fucking doing right now. They're fucking... like, I don't know. I would have a lot more respect for these motherfuckers if they said what they were a little more fucking openly, and they didn't have to hide behind this fucking, like, liberal fascism kind of shit, as Vosh would put it. I don't really understand what's going on there. So, the Nazis themselves didn't hide it. They wore fucking uniforms. They had the fucking Iron Cross on their chest and shit, on their fucking lapels. They had the SS logo right up there. They didn't hide shit. They at least had the balls to fucking be honest about what they believed in. But every fucking Nazi who exists today, they must just be fucking at least a little bit ashamed. You know, they must fucking recognize a little bit of how, like, fucked their position is. Because they can't just own it. I really, like, I mean, I guess there's some fucking wackos out there who really do. Not many, though. A lot of them just try and hide, they try and dog whistle, and just are completely fucking dishonest about their fucking positions. And, I don't know. They're frustrating to talk to, and they're a fucking scary force to deal with in this goddamn world. They really do concern me a lot. I'm not the only one. Fucking cigarette keeps goddamn going out. Motherfuckers. That's one thing that's been on my mind a little bit lately. Aside from political assassinations, obviously. I was sitting there watching the fucking DFF stream today. I was watching Paul and TJ. I don't know if motherfuckers in here are watching it, but it's an interesting little exchange about the how far you can take things with rhetoric on stream. TJ wanted to show off his little edgy painting, which I actually really do like, but I do agree that it would have probably got their channel banned if he had showed it, but whatever. He didn't show it. It's not that big of a fucking deal. Not the end of the world that he didn't show it. I don't think it would have been the end of the world if he had shown it. I think there's just a distinct possibility that they would have gotten banned, but whatever. Not my call to make. Interesting discussion, though, it really was. It was interesting to hear both of them give their perspective. And you really do. I can totally understand where the fuck Paul's coming from. He doesn't want to risk his own livelihood. I don't want to risk my own livelihood. But, you know, whatever little livelihood I fucking have on this platform, it ain't much. But I don't want to put myself at risk too fucking much by showing y'all shit. I can't really show shit on here anyways at the moment, but there's certain lines that you can't cross with YouTube. I think we all fucking understand that. If the fucking Adpocalypse has taught us anything, or the numerous TOS shit that YouTube has set up, I think we're all aware. My fucking phone's all off kilter. There we go. That's a little better. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Charlie Kirk. Charlie motherfucking Kirk. Not a dude that I really liked. And if I'm being honest, there's a part of me that kind of believes that he's responsible for people like Nick Fuentes. He's responsible for the rise of the alt-right. It's people like Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, these figures on the right who, I mean, they did criticize Nick Fuentes. They did push back a little bit at the time, but not really enough. They didn't really come out and condemn people like Nick Fuentes when they fucking had the chance. I mean, I think maybe Ben Shapiro did, but I don't really remember what Charlie's response was, besides Nick and his little fucking Royper motherfuckers come around stalking him at the TPUSA events. I remember that. I remember all that shit. It was a fucking wild time to be paying attention to politics. Because, I don't know. It's still, it shouldn't really be surprising even after all this time, but it still fucking blows my mind that we just have Nazis in the fucking discourse. And we've had them fucking since at least 2017. That's when I first started noticing them a lot. I mean, a lot. They've never really gone anywhere. They've taken many different forms. They've taken the form of the Proud Boys. They've taken the form of being Nick Fuentes, the little gay little fucking followers. They've been taking the form of, like, there's a few other avenues they come through. They're not quite as organized as the actual fucking Nazis, I suppose. But maybe I'm wrong about that too. Maybe the Nazis are a little more fucking disjointed than I can fucking imagine. I don't fucking know. I'm just on these for a minute. My fucking back is killing me. Goddamn. Oh, fuck. Oh. Everything's sore today. I'm trying to do me some fucking deliveries on DoorDash. I got about one done. My fucking bike's battery decided to crap out on me. It was a pretty long fucking delivery. I was thinking to myself as I was doing it, I was like, man, this fucking sucks. Because I can't really get too much shit done. Riding around on that fucking bike though, even though it's an e-bike, and my back is fucking killing me today. That's a good thing though. I'm getting back in shape a little bit. If I can get my legs more toned up, finally won't be skipping leg day again for a little while. Fucking riding around on that motherfucker, having some fun. I don't know about doing deliveries though. That shit seems more difficult than I had originally anticipated. I'm gonna try and get better at that shit though. Maybe I'll save up, get a GoPro, stick it on there, maybe earn a little more money. See if y'all motherfuckers want to watch me do deliveries. It's probably not the most engaging content in the world, but I don't know. I gotta think of something. So right now I can't find a fucking job besides streaming, which is not really a job, but I can build it up. I can be consistent about this shit. I can come on here every night. I can do movie reviews and whatnot. It's part of like passion projects. Starting next Monday, we're gonna be going back to doing once a week. Gonna finally get that fucking Alien Resurrection review at y'all motherfuckers. I want to get around to Terminator 3 and 4 at some point as well. Absolutely. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Way the fuck ahead of myself. Right now, just trying to focus on this stream. Focus on talking to myself. Talking to this empty fucking chat. That's okay. It's fine if the chat's empty. Hopefully more people will come in a little later. I can fucking relax, talk to y'all motherfuckers a little bit. Find something to fucking talk about. We can talk about Venom, talk about movies, talk about something. Anything that's on my fucking mind. I'm sure there's something. I was watching a little bit of some Dexter clips. I was watching I got kind of distracted a little bit earlier. I was watching clips of fucking Dokes on YouTube. Him interacting with fucking Dexter. I've never really actually sit all the way through Dexter, but I will say once I finally do get around to it, I think watching Dokes and Dexter fucking fighting it out, I think that would be pretty fun. Seems like they had a pretty interesting interaction in the early parts of that show, like the first few seasons, from what I understand. Every clip that I've seen, it's just it's entertaining shit. That's the way to fucking put it. It really is. See if y'all can get a snap. Maybe not. It's got little brush filters on them. Feels like I'm talking to myself. I'm nowhere near close to that fucking song. That's another song that gets stuck in my head, talking to myself by Eminem. Good shit. I'm a victim of a lot of earworm fucking songs. They like to get stuck up there a lot of the fucking times. That would be a good earworm. Unless it's a fucking earworm that no one likes, like Who Let the Dogs Out. But I think it's catchy. Anything that just gets stuck up there in my fucking head, I really dig it. Trying to get better about doing these chats. I don't have any of my mods in here, but that's okay. I gotta fucking reach inside myself, reach inside this fucking brain of mine, find something to fucking talk about. So I've got things I want to talk about. It just feels like something's blocking it. Oh yeah, I guess we can talk about Trump more, I suppose. Discuss Trump. Scarf says a little wacky. JD Vance, his appearances on South Park. I've actually enjoyed his the little parodies they've been doing of them on there. It's been pretty funny, pretty good shit. New South Park. I've discussed it a little bit before. I've been enjoying it for the most part. I don't have Paramount anymore, so I'm probably gonna be a little bit behind on the new fucking episodes. But when I have seen the first 3-4 episodes, they were all pretty good. I don't know. The only one that I didn't really like too much, and I didn't really hate it, but it was just kind of a weaker episode in my opinion, was the Integrity Farms fucking shit that they did with Randy. But admittedly, I was kind of happy that they were ending that fucking arc finally. They were just finally returning Randy and Stan and all his family to how they were before fucking season, I don't know, whatever they fucking first introduced that integrity shit with. They're finally making it less of a fucking Randy-focused show. I don't really think people cared for. Randy's nice, but he's good in small doses. That's how that shit goes. You don't really need to make him the focus of an entire fucking season and let him hijack the fucking plot for everything, for like a plot line about a fucking weed farm. I mean, it's entertaining for a little while, but it gets old. It gets old fast. Yeah. Good old South Park. I was watching a lot of that shit before my fucking Paramount lapsed. I've always been kind of off and on with South Park. I've never really watched it super consistently, but this most recent binge, I watched a lot of it. I was just kind of going around randomly, trying to find episodes that I liked. I think I've said it before, but I think South Park is like really hit or miss. I feel like they do a lot of good episodes, and they do a lot of kind of shitty episodes about like you can see where they're going a little bit. I don't always agree with their messaging. Like one of their episodes, they were talking about like how we should fucking get rid of the idea of a hate crime because, oh man, it was fucking retarded. It was just like they were trying to make the argument that like, oh, all crime is a hate crime because if you fucking murder someone, it's because you murder someone because you hate them, or if you rape someone, you rape somebody because you fucking hate them. So it's like, okay, but hate crime has an established fucking definition that's based on discriminatory practices if you're targeting a specific fucking group, like a ethnic minority, or like a racial minority, any other kind of minority really. That's usually what it refers to. So I thought the episode, even though the rest of the episode's done okay, like if you ignore the fucking message that they're trying to go for, like it ain't bad, but it's just like I feel like a lot of South Park episodes end up like that. They have like really strong elements, like they're pretty funny, like almost pretty much consistent with every episode. They're pretty fucking funny, in my opinion, especially in the golden years. But oftentimes the humor doesn't quite match up with the vibe of the episode that they're going for. But sometimes it works pretty well. Like the episode they were doing about fucking hippies, I think it's called Die Hippie Die, where Cartman goes on a crusade against fucking hippies. They're all of a sudden popping up in South Park. Like, not only is that episode funny, I actually do like the message. You know, I mean, whatever. I don't really have anything against hippies, but I'm not a hippie myself. I'm more of like, I don't know. I guess I am similar to them in some ways, but I don't really like their fucking attitude. I do think hippies kind of embrace like a view of the world that's like maybe a little bit too idealistic, and I'm a little bit idealistic myself, so I can't really talk too much shit, but I'm not really a big fan of hippie fucking culture. Sometimes you gotta get a little fucking metal, you gotta get a little violent. It's not always about peace and love, even though those are good things. You know, you gotta know how to fucking balance that shit out correct, you know? I will say though, if I were alive in the fucking 60s, I could have gone to fucking something like Woodstock or wherever the fucking other big shit that was around there. I probably would have. Appreciate you, one viewer over there, whoever you are. Hope you fucking type something in the chat so we can have a little bit of a conversation. It's kind of slowing down. This chat's been fucking not moving for like a good fucking 20 minutes. Whatever. That's all good. I appreciate you for sticking it out this long. I really do. Listen to me, my inane fucking ramblings, whoever you is. Fuck, it's hot as fuck out here. I can't imagine why. Oh, fuck. Oh. We're trying to get into shit that's on fucking HBO though. That's if I can't find anything else to review, I'll probably start pulling movies from there, like Misery, which is a movie I've already watched like 3 times this fucking week, so I can put a review fucking tomorrow if I really wanted to. It's a movie that I'm a little bit obsessed with, but you know, I've seen it even just beyond this week like countless fucking times. So it's just a movie that I really fucking adore, and it's a book that I really adore as well. Maybe adore's not the right word, but I do really like it. I don't know if I'd really say I adore many horror movies, but yeah, whatever. The wording doesn't matter, I guess. I don't fucking know. Ugh. My glasses are all fucking steamy. Shit. Excuse me one moment. Gotta fucking clean these motherfuckers. I can see what I look like without my glasses, though. It's kind of nice. Now I can't see shit. I will say though, looking at that fucking psychedelic background without my fucking glasses on, it makes it look a lot fucking cooler, so it's all blurry. I could definitely sit there and just trip out on that for a little while if I really tried. I was watching fucking Misery though. I'm trying to get into fucking Chronicle. Maybe I wasn't fucking in the right mindset for Chronicle though, so I couldn't really get into it. Someone recommended it to me the other fucking day. It's just like, it was a little on the slow side, so maybe I'll give that one a fucking another shot. There's plenty of good movies on fucking HBO right now. I was watching some Smiling Friends, show that I fucking like endlessly rewatch. It's a favorite of mine. I really relate to the character Mr. Boss, even though he's a guy, but you know, it's just one of my favorite characters on that show. He's really eccentric, possibly a little, you know, loopy, a little crazy, you know. I'm kind of wondering the same thing about myself, though. I've been kind of wondering if I'm fucking crazy. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I kind of think that if someone did manage to go insane, they wouldn't really be aware of it. I don't really know if you can be crazy and also be self-aware of it. It's kind of the thing I'm struggling with. It's a thought that enters my head sometimes. I try not to fucking let it cloud my fucking judgment or my thoughts too fucking much, but that is something that I think about sometimes. That's not me making any judgments about like trend shit. I'm not trying to promote the narrative that we have mental health issues, because I really genuinely don't believe that fucking narrative. I think that's mostly just harmful. I'm talking about my own personal fucking struggles. That's it. As for Smiling Friends, though, that show's dope. I like pretty much everything about that show, frankly. I love the chaotic kind of ADHD fucking energy the show has. I love the main characters, pretty much all of them. Gleb Allen, Charlie Pym, Mr. Boss. Uh, the the one dude they introduced in the very last episode, I forget his name. I think it was like Tyler. They're all great. They're all funny. They're all pretty entertaining to fucking watch. One of my favorites is the episode where they fucking go to Brazil. They just the entire episode. I guess I won't give away too much, but it's a pretty funny episode. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but fuck it, I guess I will. Spoilers for Smiling Friends, season 1, the season 1 finale, I believe. So the Smiling Friends go to Brazil. They don't really end up in Brazil, and they go to the airport, but that's as far as they get. It's a pretty entertaining episode. It's just it's a great example of like how that show can carry an entire episode just with fucking dialogue. How they can fucking just have an entirely dialogue focused episode. They don't really have any crazy fucking adventure. It's literally just the four main Smiling Friends all having a big fucking argument the entire time, and just dealing with the situation that they created for themselves in the episode. Goddamn hiccups. Sorry. Oh, fuck. Need to sit the fuck up. I need ice, too. Son of a bitch. Good old Smiling Friends. I've been trying to get back into more fucking adult cartoons, but I gotta be honest, even though the ones I do sample I really like, I've been having a hard time fucking enjoying a lot of the older ones I used to enjoy. Like, fucking, I tried to get back into Harvey Birdman. It's a show that I actually really, I used to like. I don't know. I was trying to watch it fucking last night, or the night before, whenever the fuck I tried to watch it. And it was just like, man, it wasn't fucking clicking with me. I was like, man, what the fuck happened? It's not fucking awful. It's just the humor in Harvey Birdman, you gotta fucking adjust to fast. Because it is nonsensical. It doesn't make any fucking sense as to what the fuck is going on. And that's really a show where you gotta fucking turn your brain off a little bit and just kind of fucking vibe with it. It's great background noise, though. I will fucking say that. That's one of my favorite shows to just have on in the background while I'm doing something else. Absolutely. And then I was trying to get, I mean, I love the Boondocks. I guess I wasn't really trying to watch it too much, but that's another show I've been having a hard time getting back into, even though I do love it. It's just, it's been a minute. There's like an adjustment period with shows like that. I gotta fucking sit down and watch them for a few episodes, kind of get used to the vibe a little bit. I'm so used to rewatching shit. I'm so used to watching the same shows over and over and over again. So whenever I do try something new, I feel like it's a little bit more difficult for me to get into shit. I've seen a little bit of the Boondocks, but I've never fucking properly binged it, and that's always been one of my goals. I want to fucking sit down and watch pretty much every single episode of the Boondocks I can, because man, there's so many fucking funny moments from that show, like the Booty Warrior, or the N-word moment, you know? There's just so many fucking great little moments from that show. And you gotta, the problem for me is you gotta sit through a lot of slow shit. Maybe not a lot of slow shit, it's slow for me. So, I find it a little bit frustrating, but maybe I'll get into it a little fucking more. So that's a show that I like. And I've been having the exact same fucking issue with new movies. So every new movie I try to watch, it's like, man, I can't fucking engage with it enough. And then I try to go look into my fucking movies that I've got in my fucking Amazon library, or my YouTube library, that shit that I bought, shit that I rewatch over and over. I try to watch one of those movies, I was like, man, I can't get into this shit either. I used to love all this shit. And a lot of it is shit that I loved before going on fucking HRT, and I still do love some of it, for sure. But a lot of it just doesn't hit quite the fucking same anymore. It was because I've seen a lot of it too fucking often. There's certain movies that I would never say that about, like fucking Fargo. I love Fargo. Man, that movie's awesome. But you know, I find myself scrolling through the movies that I own, and I'm like, man, I can't get into any of this shit anymore. Not initially. But if I try and stay with it past for like maybe like the first 20 minutes, I can usually probably vibe with it. It just depends on what the fuck it is. My brain is so fucking picky with that shit. It's like trying to fucking pick the right movie every goddamn time. I was like, I wish I could just throw shit on like I used to, just watch it. It just doesn't work like that anymore though. So my brain is just like, it wants something better. It wants something more fucking engaging. Even though there are movies that I love, it's movies like The Big Lebowski or Inglourious Basterds or Django, or I don't actually own that Hateful Eight anymore, so I can't watch it right now, but I was a big fan of that for a long, long time. Especially the fucking Netflix version, the extended version. Good shit. Like the stream, y'all. Like the stream. Like the stream. For those two motherfuckers that just joined, I appreciate y'all coming in here to listen to what I have to say. That's a problem I've been having with fucking media engagement, though. Because it used to be, I could rewatch these movies just over and over and over again. I would never get fucking tired of them. For some reason, my brain, there must be just like a point where my brain's just like, fuck this. You gotta find something else to fucking watch because we're just sick of this shit. But it happens with movies I've seen that I haven't seen in a while, and it doesn't happen for certain movies either. Like, that's not the case for The Big Lebowski. I could watch that movie on loop for the rest of my fucking life and love it. I love The Big fucking Lebowski. I love everything about that movie. It never gets old. It's a movie that I legitimately believe just gets better and better every time I fucking watch it. So, that's a special case, though. I would say the same thing about Fargo. And, hell, even the fucking other Coen Brothers movie I've seen probably has that same quality, even though I haven't seen it as many times. Fucking Burn After Reading, yeah. That's probably got the same quality. I could probably watch that on loop until the end of time and just love it. It's a great fucking movie. It's entertaining as all hell. If I try to get into something I know I like, but I'm just not in the mood for, like Donnie Brasco or Goodfellas, are both movies I fucking love, by the way. I don't know. I have to be in the right fucking mood for them, you know? Even though they're both great fucking movies, and I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what the fuck the problem is there. I'm not sure what the fucking disconnect is. I was having that same problem with fucking Alien Resurrection, but with Alien Resurrection, I know what the issue is there. I don't fucking like that movie. I just don't want to sit through it. I just can't stand actually fucking watching it, even though I agreed to fucking review it. I still do want to get that fucking review out eventually, one of these fucking days. I'll probably try and sit there again tonight. Last time I tried to watch it, I got about halfway through it. And I was like, man, this fucking sucks. I did not like that fucking movie at all. I'll suffer through it, though, one of these fucking days. I'll try and be diligent, take notes about it, come back to y'all. Something a little bit more comprehensive. When I do finally fucking review it, I intend to rip it to fucking shreds. Because, man, it's a piece of shit. It really is. A lot of people think Alien 3 is a bad movie, and you can make a case for it being bad, but I would say Alien 3 is about 10 billion times more fucking watchable. It's way fucking easier to get into compared to Alien Resurrection. It's definitely a movie with problems. I laid them out in my fucking review if y'all want to go watch it. But it's a movie that I can at least sit through. I can put it on, and I can pay attention to it, and I can get through that fucking movie. Alien Resurrection, so far, man, that's been the one that I fucking just cannot get through for some fucking reason. I know I've sat through it before, and I know I've sat all the way fucking through it at least once. So I remember the ending. I remember everything about it. It's a movie that I find watching it in real time is just fucking painful. It's just not really all that fucking enjoyable to sit through. I don't know why I'm playing with my fucking earbud case. Ugh. My back's fucking killing me. 55 minutes in. We're going for another hour and 5. I want to at least hit the fucking 2-hour mark for this motherfucker. See how many people we can get up in here talking about movies and whatnot. Talking about whatever the fuck. Whew. My face is all hot. Shit. They got the 1 hour mark. I'm gonna go grab some fucking ice. Man, I'm on the fucking top of my goddamn head. Oh fuck. I got me some helmet hair. This is the fucking moment. Shit. Ugh. Tell you what though, when I do get Paramount again, I probably will get into fucking Dexter. Because every time I watch clips of that show, I love it. So, whatever my fucking issues with it, trying to watch it the last time I tried to actually fucking sit through it and binge through like the first season, I just couldn't get into it. I know it's a good show. That's just, man, I don't know why that fucking problem exists for me. It totally fucking does though. I mean, it could be these fucking things too. You never know. Could be a little of the green. You know what I'm saying? That might have something to do with it. Good old Dexter. I was watching a compilation of fucking dokes from the first 2 seasons. I think I did discuss that earlier. I love dokes. Even just from the little fucking snippets I've seen of him, he's fucking great. He's just the perfect level of fucking paranoid to be someone that's chasing after Dexter Morgan in the show. Oh, another fucking show. You know what? Before I fucking got rid of Paramount, I was actually getting into fucking Daria. That actually is a show that I was fucking liking. Damn. I'm gonna miss that. Maybe I can find clips on YouTube somewhere. I love me some fucking Daria. If y'all have never seen Daria or Beavis and Butthead, they're both kind of related a little bit. Daria was introduced on Beavis and Butthead. This is an old-ass fucking MTV show from the 90s. Good shit. That show is fucking funny as fuck. At least to me. I find that I'm able to fucking relate to a character like Daria Morgendorffer quite a bit. Because, yeah, she's got like the perfect deadpan fucking delivery. She's real sarcastic. She's pretty witty overall. I even kind of like her sister a little bit in the show. She's not the smartest character in the world, but she's clever. She really is. So I gotta give respect to that at the very fucking least. They gave pretty much every character in that show good writing, at least for the 90s standards. It still holds up today. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't. It does. Maybe a tad aged, but not too much. Not in a way that I think it really affects it negatively. It's one of those shows where I feel like it kind of just takes you back in time to the time period, which is like the mid 90s, if I recall correctly, maybe the late 90s. And that's when I was born. I was born in '98, so that's the generation or the period of time that I'm most kind of obsessed with a little bit. I wish I had been able to be a kid in the fucking 90s. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot. That's the era that I enjoy a lot of media from. I love me some fucking Nirvana, some Marilyn Manson, some Alice in Chains. That's all music shit, but in terms of the 90s, I think my favorite piece of that fucking zeitgeist is the music. I really do. I love me some fucking grunge, metal, and rock. All that shit. Not all of it's amazing, but if you go listen to like Audioslave or Soundgarden, or the motherfuckers that were around back during those times, good fucking shit. It gets stuck in my head all the fucking time. That it does. I'm gonna go get me some ice. I'll be right back. Hang on there, my friend. Oh. We're back. We're back. Oh, man. Sorry for the delay. Apologize for that. Oh, my fucking back is fucking killing me today. Goddamn. That's the result of not working out for like 3 fucking weeks, though. That's how that shit goes. Fucking hell. Hopefully it's not out. Not out. That shit will fucking suck. 1 more hour to go. With this blown mystery fucking viewer. Thank you. Whoever you are. Whoever's just been sticking out in my fucking chat all this night. For this past hour. I appreciate you. I really do. You don't gotta chat. I'll just sit here, I'll stare at my fucking background, I'll go crazy. I don't know. Fucking look at this cool ass fucking case. It was kinda neat. See it. One of my favorite. I've never really bothered to go out of my way to get a fucking cigarette case, but this is definitely one of my fucking favorites. I got another one over there. It's like fuchsia, it's like pink and purple. It's pretty cool. I like the blue one a little more though. It's just sad. What to talk about? What to motherfucking talk about? Don't know what the fuck to talk about. Need something though. Need something. I think the show I was obsessed with for the longest time, I'll give you guys a little bit of a fucking hint. I'm still obsessed with it. I just haven't watched it in a while, but a good old Futurama. That was my favorite show of all time for the longest time. It's been usurped by Evangelion. So it's definitely in the number 2 spot right now, though. Absolutely. Maybe the number 3. Definitely in my top 5, though. For sure. It's a show. I used to binge watch that show all the fucking time back in the day. I guess I did get a little sick of it, but it's got a lot of replay value for me. Even the seasons that most people consider to be bad, I fucking love that shit. I gotta sit down and do a fucking proper binge of Futurama at some point. It's just man, it's a show that's really clever. It's kind of like it reminds me a lot of The Simpsons, thanks in part to Matt Groening, and I believe David Cohen. I'm not sure if he was also a Simpsons writer. I don't think he was, actually. I don't know. I could be mistaken one way or another about that, actually. But their writing is fucking excellent. Sorry. I'm fucking with the goddamn camera. Sorry about that. It's a show that I really admire from a writing perspective. Uh, the jokes, the characters, they're all fucking funny. I used to relate to Bender quite a bit. That's why I got that tattoo. That's just chilling there on my fucking arm. Not quite so much these days, but I do admire his like hedonistic kind of attitude. There's a kitty across the fucking balcony. I can't really see that. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted. Goddamn. But no, I love Bender. I love Fry. I'd probably relate a little bit more to Leela these days, even though she's a little on the naggy side. But there you go. That's kind of her role in the show, to be the voice of reason. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably do relate more to Professor Farnsworth more than anyone. She's just the fucking lupus out of all of them. He kind of reminds me of Mr. Boss, actually, now that I think about it. Huh. There's some interesting parallels between the two. Mr. Boss is not a mad scientist, though, obviously. They're equally as fucking crazy, though. I'd be curious to see if they ever interacted with each other. To see if they ever did a crossover. It's not like it's the most unheard of thing in the world. I mean, Futurama actually did fucking air on Adult Swim for a long time. And Smiling Friends is an HBO show, but HBO does host fucking Adult Swim shit. It'd be pretty cool if they ever did a fucking crossover. I mean, fucking Rick and Morty did a crossover with The Simpsons, so who fucking knows? I'd love to see some shit like that, though. That's a show that I really fucking love. I love John DiMaggio, Billy West, fucking, I can't remember her name, but the chick who voices Leela, she was on Married with Kids. Man, what is her fucking name? Her name escapes me at the moment. Same with everyone else, for that matter. It's been too long. I love that show. I love, it's one of the shows that's like, it's one of the first fucking adult shows I've ever seen that had like the setup of like a sitcom basically, but they actually respect continuity. I really love that. That's one of my favorite things about Futurama. It's not quite serialized, so I don't think they wanted to take it quite that far. But if you pay close attention to that show, it really just does respect its continuity quite a bit. They don't fucking retcon shit for the most part. They did retcon. I don't know if you can call it a retcon actually, but it did appear to be a retcon that they did in one of the movies of Fry's backstory, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's not done in a disrespectful way; it's done tastefully, and I guess technically they don't retcon it; they just like give more background about what actually happened. So whatever, fine. But most fans would consider that to be a retcon at the time, I think. The thing that I'm trying to get at though is that like they don't fucking go for the classic trope of like the status quo is God. It's not a show where the episode resets at the world resets at the end of the episode. And it kind of appears that way in some episodes because they don't really reference past events too fucking much. But if you are paying attention to the pilot episode and you're watching, it's been pointed out by everyone and their fucking grandmother at this point, but Nibbler's Shadow in the fucking pilot episode shows that the writers actually had fucking planned some shit out. They wanted to fucking, that they had more in store for people, even if people didn't really fucking realize it. And the first time I figured that out, I was like, man, that's just, I love that they fucking did that. I love that they put the attention to fucking detail in there. And it's little fucking things like that put a show like Futurama above other shows, like fucking Family Guy or the Modern Simpsons, because I feel like that's where those shows kind of fucking fail. And you know what? You know what another show that actually fucking did that is was King of the fucking Hill. King of the Hill doesn't have the status quo is God fucking trope. The universe does not reset in King of the Hill. Now, they don't really reference past events too fucking much, but that show actually does have pretty reasonably good continuity for the most part. I don't know. I really respect that. I really do, especially for just like a silly fucking adult cartoon. There's been a few other shows that have run with that idea. Even South Park, for all the fucking shit that I might talk about South Park, It actually does follow that same fucking thing. Even though South Park has ostensibly the setup to reset the universe with every episode, and it actually doesn't. They give more or less an explanation for everything that happens in the fucking universe. They reference past events quite often, actually. I think they reference the events of like the Scott Tenorman episode like a few different times in the future. Uh, and there's plot lines that go on throughout entire seasons. Now they've been a little bit inconsistent with it. They don't always tell you when it's fucking serialized, like with the election season. They're not always explicit about it, but just little fucking tiny attention to fucking detail shit like that, being able to pay attention to your fucking continuity. Like, I don't know. That, like, I appreciate that. I really fucking do. Because that's one of my major gripes with the fucking Simpsons, is I feel like the Simpsons just doesn't respect the fucking previous episodes that really came before it, even in the golden years. And they do occasionally reference past events, but it's just nowhere near, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like they put the right fucking attention in. And, man, it's doubly so for fucking Family Guy, dude. Oh my god, dude. And Family Guy's so fucking inconsistent about that, it's just fucking annoying. Because they'll do episodes, like they did episodes and seasons for years and years and years, where they were like, they didn't reference anything from the past. Every episode was a new fucking story, just like how a sitcom's supposed to be, right? But then, they come along and they fucking, first of all, they kill off fucking Brian, and they revive him 3 episodes later in the same season. I don't get it. I really don't. And that's not the first time they've done that. That's not the first time they've attempted to add, like, continuity into the show proper. Like, they killed off Diane Simmons pretty famously in season 9, or season 8, I think. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Somewhere around there. And they've held to that. They've kept their word about that. She's never come back as a character. She's been killed off permanently. That's the thing that sitcoms do. They can kill off characters. And that's one way that they can actually introduce a little bit of continuity in there. So, you know. Family Guy, it just, I don't know. If they wanted me to appreciate the little tiny nuggets of continuity they do throw in there, they would have to be more consistent with it, and they just never fucking have been. I think the most amount of consistency they've ever really had was the Brian and Stewie episodes, like the Road to episodes. And a lot of the newer ones kind of suck. And I haven't watched a lot of the newer ones, but the last few that I saw were not fucking great. They were like, I think the last one I really enjoyed was Road to the North Pole, which I actually do, in all fairness, I do enjoy watching that special around Christmas time, bizarrely. Call me fucked up in that, but I love that episode. I kind of view it as a Christmas classic for myself, because, I don't know, I watched it a lot when I was younger, and I was a way bigger fan of Family Guy when I was younger. I was way more fucking immature. I love that shit. Honestly, I do still kind of like it, but it's nowhere near where it was when I was younger. For me, it doesn't hold quite the same fucking status. So, you know. It's nice to see that in certain shows. I'd rather, like, I don't know. There's certain shows that don't do that, and they don't need to do that. Like, I would say a show like Beavis and Butthead, it doesn't really need to do that. There's no urgency. There's no particularly good reason to give that show continuity. You can reset the universe of Beavis and Butthead at the end of every episode, and just have it to be like a standard sitcom fucking procedural, or whatever the fuck they're called. Just like, you know, a show that's self-contained every episode. And I feel like maybe I need to watch more of that show. Maybe I'm talking out my ass a little bit, but I feel like Beavis and Butthead doesn't really need continuity. I mean, they do introduce it at certain points, and yeah, I guess it is a little inconsistent in that regard. But it's mainly with the movies, though, that I've noticed that. Because I've seen both of the movies. I've seen the Beavis and Butthead do America, and I've seen Beavis and Butthead do the universe. And the Beavis and Butthead do the universe does actually reference the events of the first movie. So, it seems inconsistent there. I don't know. It doesn't bother me the same way, though. Maybe it's just because Beavis and Butthead is a fucking better show, honestly. So, The Boondocks are pretty good with that shit. They, I think, yeah, they maintain continuity pretty good with the Boondocks, don't they? I don't know. I haven't watched enough of that show, so I'm not gonna comment on that. Smiling Friends, they try to fucking, yeah, they at least keep their continuity fucking tight. They reference past events, and whenever they do, they're accurate. I don't really know if they fucking continue the storylines from any of them, but they've set themselves up in the future so that they can, of course. That's pretty cool. Hello, hello, all you two new motherfuckers up in here. What y'all up to? I wonder if I can pull a fucking smoke ring. Let's see. A little bit. Not much. It's harder to do with a fucking cigarette, I'll tell you that. It's way easier to do with a fucking vape. Rick and Morty was good with that shit, actually, now that I think about it. At least the first 3 seasons, which is all I've seen. They maintain continuity pretty fucking good with that show. And I'd say Rick and Morty, ironically enough, has a much harder fucking time with that. They like, damn, I'm trying to think of how to fucking word it. Maybe not a hard time with it, but I'd say they have a more difficult task trying to maintain continuity with a show like Rick and Morty. Because Rick and Morty is a show, the premise basically allows Rick and Morty to just do whatever the fuck they want. That's the best kind of fucking adult cartoon, in my opinion, by the way. Where they just have a premise where they can just do whatever the fucking shit that they want. So Rick and Morty, but they fucking travel different dimensions, different worlds, different planets. They go to all kinds of different fucking places, and they have to keep it all fucking wrapped up in one storyline. I won't say timeline because they actually switch fucking timelines too in the fucking show. And it's kind of similar to Futurama in that respect. That's one of the things I like about it. Futurama also has a similar premise. Maybe not quite as open-ended as Rick and Morty. They can't quite go to different fucking dimensions, I think. Maybe I'm mistaken. Futurama has a setup where they can just do whatever the fuck they want for any episode. They're not really limited by the fucking world. I think the only limitation is just like they don't really go into the past like crazy often, but they do reference the events of the past, and there are a few episodes where they do go into the past. Like time travel is a big fucking element of Futurama. That actually is a big fucking limitation for that show. But I always like how they fucking handle it. There's never, I don't know, maybe there are elements to criticize of Futurama's fucking time travel, but I never noticed any like glaring fucking flaws. Like when they did the Bender's Big Score movie, I thought the writing was pretty fucking tight for that. Honestly, it was pretty impressive. Maybe I'll rewatch it again and find fucking flaws with it. But I've always thought it was just really well done. Adult cartoons. I'm trying to think of another adult cartoon that I do really like. I mentioned King of the Hill earlier. I haven't seen all of it. I've seen about the first 5 seasons, I think. I have not watched much past that. It's a show that's pretty good. Kind of hit or miss, but eh. It's a show that I find consistently to be pretty decent. I wanted to watch the reboot that they did. I haven't heard too much about it. I haven't heard really people raving about it or people hating on it. It just seems like it kind of came and went, for me at least. But, you know. Talking about Rick and Morty, I talk about South Park. Talking about Boondocks a little bit. Oh, man, I love me some fucking Boondocks. I might just watch that shit tonight, honestly. As soon as I'm done with this shit. Oh, I guess there's one more that I fucking forgot to discuss. Actually, 2 more, but I want to get one out of the way in particular. Fucking BoJack Horseman. It's a show that I fucking adore. I really do. But, oh man. I'll save that fucking rant for a little while in the future. I will say, though, the finale of that show fucking pisses me off quite a bit. I'm not a fucking fan of that, how that show ended. Not at all. Fuck that. God damn. I don't want to get into too much detail because that's a show that ended fairly recently. People probably haven't still seen the end of it. I don't want to fucking spoil it. I know a lot of people have a hard time fucking getting through it because it's a show about fucking depression. It's a fucking depressing ass show to watch. But it's a show that I watch when I'm depressed. For sure. The other one I was thinking was F is for Family, which I also haven't finished, but I think I saw about the first 3 seasons. I love me some Bill Burr. He's fucking always been hilarious. He's always been funny. He's always been someone I've liked and enjoyed. It's no exception in that show. I think the first season of that show, I'm not really talking shit about the other seasons, but just the first season is the one I remember really well. Man, it's just done fucking, I don't know. It's done really well. It's a show that also introduces continuity in a way that spans across the entire seasons. And they keep up a more or less consistent storyline. They don't really contradict themselves too fucking much. The universe doesn't really reset like at all. It can be a little dark at times. I mean, all the shows I'm talking about can be fucking dark, but Goddamn. It's good shit. F is for Family. I don't have Netflix anymore, so I can't really rewatch it. But same goes for BoJack. But I don't want to fucking rewatch BoJack at the moment. That's a show that I gotta give it a little time to fucking sit before I sit through it again. So it is a show that I love. I really do. But it's got one fucking fatal flaw. And honestly, before that fucking finale, it was my favorite show of all time. It wasn't Evangelion. I would say Evangelion was still fucking up there, but BoJack Horseman for the longest time before that fucking series finale, #1. I fucking love that show. I really do. Goddamn. That just shows you how much a fucking series finale can ruin the fucking ending of a goddamn show, though. At least for me. I don't want to fucking discuss that too much. I want to actually fucking dedicate a proper video to that at some point in the future. So, I got some shit to say about that. For fucking sure. Other adult cartoons. I was trying to get into fucking this weird show on HBO, like an Adult Swim show about fucking shrooms. I forget what the fuck it was called. It was an okay show, honestly. I like the fucking animation style. It's something I hadn't really seen before. But I don't know. I was having a difficult time getting into it. It's definitely a very fucking stonery kind of show. Man, what the fuck is it called? I don't know. I can't remember what the fuck it is. There's one of the newer ones I've seen on HBO, though. It's one of the newer Adult Swim cartoons. And honestly, I think the newer Adult Swim cartoons I've seen that are like from the 2010s and onward and the 2020s and onward, they're usually pretty decent. There's been a few misses, like King Star King. I don't really care for that fucking dumbass shit, or Mr. Pickles. It's fucking bizarre. Weird fucking shows. Maybe there's more to them, though. Maybe I judge it a little fucking harshly. But I remember seeing them back in the day. I was like, man, what fucking whack-ass shit is this? So this is nothing like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or Adventure Bros or Space Ghost or Harvey Birdman. All their classic fucking lineup. I could sit down and watch that shit. Maybe not all the time, but it's much more accessible for sure. Well, I guess I was giving Harvey Birdman a little bit more shit earlier. It's a show that I do love, but if you've never seen it before and you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, good fucking luck. I can't help you there. I don't know what the fuck is going on there, really. The style of humor that they chose for Harvey Birdman is so fucking random and off the fucking wall. It almost comes across like gibberish at times. And that's a show that you're either gonna love it or you're gonna fucking hate it. There's just no other way to fucking put it. I vibe with it because they reuse a lot of old like Hanna-Barbera footage. And whenever I was a kid, my favorite thing to do was sit down on the fucking TV and watch fucking Boomerang. I love that shit. I've seen all those old fucking Hanna-Barbera cartoons like 1,000 fucking times. So them paying homage to that in that show, I love that shit. Same goes for Space Ghost. They do the same thing a lot. I haven't seen as much of Space Ghost. I'll probably check out more of it at some point, but it's a show that has essentially the same formula. It's take a character. I forget, maybe this is called Space Ghost, but take a character that had like an old Hanna-Barbera show that didn't really get crazy amounts of attention and just rework it into an Adult Swim cartoon. I kind of wish they would do that more, honestly, because there's a few Scooby-Doo knockoffs that they can make it into adult cartoons that would be way fucking superior to the originals, I think. Like, does anyone remember fucking Josie and the Pussycats? Not an awful show, by all means, honestly. But you could definitely rework that into a newer style show that was just like a parody of it. I would fucking watch that. It sounds fucking awesome. I've always wanted to see, and maybe it does exist, honestly, except for fucking Velma, but I've always wanted to see like an adult version of Scooby-Doo. One of the ideas I had a long ass time ago. So I've always wanted to see a fucking crossover. And I know this will never fucking happen, by the way, not in my fucking lifetime. But I've always wanted to see a fucking crossover between Scooby-Doo and Scream. Because I feel like, man, that would be fucking awesome. Because that's basically what Scream is. It's basically like a modern, like, horror movie version of fucking Scooby-Doo. It's not nearly as cheesy, obviously. Like, they play it up way more for horror elements than they do for, like, cartoony shit. But the formula is really very, very similar. Like, there's a group of kids who are being terrorized by a mass killer. And the mass killer is, spoiler alert if you've never fucking seen Scream, but it's not a fucking monster. It's just a normal fucking serial killer. Shit. Fucking hiccups. Goddamn. Oh. You know, they're chasing after a real guy, someone in a fucking mask. And there's a mystery that they're unraveling throughout the entire fucking movie. For pretty much all of the Scream movies, which I'm not going to get too much into that shit, but I'm mainly talking about the first one here. And I've always wanted to see, like, I don't know, I feel like an adult version of Scooby-Doo, where they all fucking have to, like, chase down Ghostface and solve a new mystery. Like, man, I would watch the shit out of that. I would fucking love that. And, I don't know, it'd just be a full fucking cool-ass crossover thing, event. I don't know, you'd have to get fucking Miramax and whoever fucking owns Scooby-Doo these days, probably fucking Warner Bros, I think. I'm not 100% certain, but you'd have to get those two motherfuckers in the same room together, work out something, and maybe it's not the best idea in the world, you know, but I want to fucking see it. That shit sounds entertaining as fuck. Makes it all hot. Shit. 33 more minutes. 32 more minutes. Goddamn. We've been going for an hour and 28. I want to at least fill the void, fill the gap. So, at least the 2 hour mark. Try and go for as long as I possibly can. I guess I crushed it. Face is all fucking hot. Goddamn. Sorry about the mic noise. Give me a little fucking water over here. It's so much fucking better. My face is all fucking hot. I can't really tell if it's red or not, but it's all fucking warm. There we fucking go. It's in my mouth, motherfuckers. I don't care. Son of a bitch. Good old Futurama, though. Futurama. That show and King of the Hill, I remember watching that shit back in the day with my own mom. I was first introduced to a lot of these shows. Sitting down and watching fucking Adult Swim with her and her boyfriend at the time. sitting down there watching fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's another show. I didn't really get too much into that. That's another show that I fucking just adore. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's a show that's fucking pretty consistently funny, honestly. It's not a whole lot of fucking bad episodes of that show. It can definitely be a little more on the random side, but I don't know. The main characters of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I gotta say, they're some of the most likable fucking main characters I've ever seen in an adult cartoon. And I like a lot of the characters I've been talking about, you know, like Rick and Morty or Futurama or whatever. But for some reason, that show in particular, like the main roster, they're just super fucking fun to watch. They're fucking always having a good time. They're always working on each other. They're always fucking, they're always bantering, you know. It reminds me a lot of South Park, actually, now that I think about it. So it reminds me of the dialogue in South Park. It's very similar at times. But it's just it's an element of that show that really sticks out to me. I just love. Maybe it gets better, because I've really only seen shit from, like, the first season lately. I need to, once again, I know I've said this for, like, every one of these fucking shows, but I just need to sit down and fucking binge watching a lot. So I've seen Futurama all the way through. I've seen fucking, what else have I seen all the way through? I've seen BoJack all the way through. I've seen a good chunk of F is for Family. I've seen a little bit of the Moondogs. I've seen a little bit of Rick and Morty. I've seen the first 3 seasons anyways. I've seen the first 5 seasons of King of the Hill. Most of these shows I've just kind of sampled. Some of them are a little hard to fucking binge. Goddamn, I can't see shit. That didn't fucking help at all. Goddamn. My fucking glasses are all fucking foggy. Oh, fuck. I'll try a different part. That's what I'm doing. I clean my fucking glasses. Even if it hurts me, even if I can't sleep, show me the way. Got me some fucking sleep tokens still fucking stuck in my head. God damn. Never fucking leaves. Soul. The eyes are the window into the fucking soul. What you see in my soul, motherfuckers? I wasn't looking at my eyes because I can't see that fucking well. Ironically. I don't know what's going on in my soul. My glasses are blocking it a little too fucking much. It's a nice mirror though, honestly. Being on fucking stream, being able to look into my own fucking face. Go away, Ash. Speaking of Ash, fucking Evil Dead movies. I could have sit down and rewatch Evil Dead 2. I fucking bought it. It's also on HBO as well. That's another fucking series of movies. At least the original run. I'm not talking about the fucking remakes. Fuck that shit. But talking about Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3, I love those fucking movies. Especially Evil Dead 2. Army of Darkness is also quite a bit of fun. It's I know a lot of people probably don't view it as on the same level as Evil Dead 2, but man, it's a fucking blast for me. It's the idea of taking Deadites and the Evil Dead universe into the fucking past, into like the medieval fucking Holy Roman Empire kind of era. That shit is fucking awesome. I love that. So what a great fucking idea. And Bruce Campbell, he's fucking awesome. He's just iconic in that movie. He's iconic in the second movie too, obviously, but I mean, hell, he's iconic in all of them. Who am I kidding? But man, those movies are so much fucking fun. And Evil Dead 2, if you've never seen it, man, I'm not gonna say a fucking word about that movie. Go fucking watch it. It is a fucking insane horror movie. That's the best way to put it. And I know you probably say the same thing about a lot of horror movies, but Evil Dead 2, it's a movie that just fucking, I don't know. It's insane in the best fucking way possible. It really is. It'll make you laugh a lot. Kind of scary. There's a little bit of gore. It's still a horror movie. Don't get me fucking wrong, but there's way more comedic elements in the second movie. It's a little bit more difficult to take seriously at times. I think that's by design, obviously, but it's also a retelling of the first movie, so but it's done pretty good. It's the first movie itself is also just a classic fucking horror movie. They play it a lot straighter than the second one, but it can also be kind of goofy at times. Evil Dead 1, though, it's a fantastic fucking movie. All that shit, maybe I'll fucking sit down and review those proper and give my actual fucking thoughts on them, like a little more in depth, obviously, but I sat down and I watched those for the first time all the way back in like 2023. That shit was so much fucking fun. I tried to get into the Evil Dead remake, and it just doesn't fucking vibe with me. They I don't know, they annoyed the shit out of me with that fucking remake. They took everything that was funny, everything that was iconic about the previous fucking Evil Dead movies, they stripped everything away that people liked, and they turned it into a classic, or not a classic, but like just a standard fucking horror movie, like a standard teen horror movie. It's like a bunch of teenagers who go in the fucking woods and find some evil shit. Like, I don't know, it just, like, even the first movie has more to it than that. Like, there's more soul to the first movie and the second movie than there is in that fucking remake. And the remake is not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't recapture that same fucking energy. And it really should. If you're remaking a movie and you are not paying tribute to the original, at least in terms of tone, what the fuck are you doing? Like, who the fuck wants Evil Dead, but without all the fucking goofy-ass elements from it? I don't want that. That's part of the fucking shit that I like about Evil Dead. So, that kind of fucking annoys me a lot, frankly. But, I don't know. The fucking Evil Dead Rise or whatever the fuck it was better than the 2013 remake, but I still found the same issue to be there. It's still just a standard fucking horror movie. It really doesn't have fuck all to do with Evil Dead. I guess it's a little better. It's probably a little easier to sit through. But to me, I'm sitting there wondering, like, what's the connection between this fucking movie and the Evil Dead of old with Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi and all that shit? So they didn't bring Sam Raimi back. Bruce Campbell is not in the fucking movie. There's none of the, well, I guess, yeah, you're not going to see Ash in there, I guess. That makes sense, whatever. But, like, I don't know, it's just, I don't understand the need to fucking take a script in Hollywood that probably wasn't even originally attached to the Evil fucking Dead. I'm not 100% certain about that, but the script doesn't really scream fucking Evil Dead, I need to rewatch that movie a little bit closer, honestly, and just to find out what connection there really is. I do believe they reference the Necronomicon again, but once again, that's not an element that was exclusive to the original fucking movies. If you're not aware, the Necronomicon it's a creation of H.P. Lovecraft, so it predates the fucking Evil Dead movies. You could fucking throw the Necronomicon in any fucking horror movie that references Lovecraft. I don't even really know if the Evil Dead movies reference Lovecraft that much. I need to fucking read more Lovecraft, but I am aware that the Necronomicon is an element that appears in his fucking stories. I'm well aware of that. I do believe they run across it in the fucking both of the remakes. And the other thing that's kind of interesting to me, or bizarre, I guess, is like Evil Dead Rise doesn't really have much continuity with the 2013 remake either. It was like they were like trying to reboot the franchise again. I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of fucking confusing. Because you made a fucking big deal about the 2013 remake. Like, I remember it back in the day. I didn't go see it because I didn't really know anything about Evil Dead at the time, so I didn't really care too much. But I remember there was a big fucking marketing push for the remake. And I remember there was a big fucking controversy about it because all the old fans came out and they're making the same criticisms I'm making. They're like, hey, fuck this. We don't really want an Evil Dead movie that doesn't fucking feel like Evil Dead. Who the fuck wants that? I mean, I guess it suckers in new fans who are, like, new to the franchise. They don't know anything about the old movies. But for people who are fans, I understand why they're fucking pissed. Because there's no real good reason to fucking do that shit. Not that I can see. So. And then, you get Evil Dead Rise that comes out in 2021. It doesn't really appear, at least on the surface to me, to have any connection to the 2013 version. It's just another movie that takes place in the same universe, a different universe. It's a movie that has Evil Dead attached to it, and they do reference the Deadites and the Necronomicon and all that shit. But I mean, outside of that, what makes it a fucking Evil Dead movie? Sam Raimi's not attached to it, as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm mistaken about that as well, frankly. Bruce Campbell's not in it. Nobody that you know from the older movies has anything fucking to do with it. So, I don't know, that bugs the fucking shit out of me. If you're gonna reboot it, at least to fucking pay homage. Like, bring back a little bit of the fucking humor that the original had. I will say, to give Evil Dead Rise a little bit of a fucking break here, the humor in it it's at least a little bit fucking improved from the 2013 version. From what I fucking recall. I need to actually sit down, once again, rewatch that fucking movie. But there is a little bit more fucking humor in it. They're a little bit more tongue-in-cheek with the 2013 version than the 2013 version. The 2013 version seems like it's mostly, I don't know, it just feels fucking humorless. It doesn't feel like it's carrying through that same fucking spirit that the original trilogy had. I guess if that's the one compliment I'll give fucking Evil Dead Rise. It does at least try. I don't really think it succeeds, but it's a little bit closer to the original spirit. Frankly, though, if you're not going to continue the original franchise, and if you're not going to remake it in a way that makes sense, like in a way that's actually fucking paying tribute to the original in a fucking better way, like, why? I mean, whatever, I get it. It's Hollywood. They want to make fucking money. But I don't understand. I don't like that they fucking slapped the Evil Dead name on there for no fucking reason. Because it could have easily just been a fucking zombie movie script. They're like, hey, why don't we attach it to Evil Dead? Get some of the older fan base to come in and watch this shit. And I feel like they've done that with a lot of fucking franchises. That's just really fucking unnecessary. Like, I'm not going to say for certain that this is what happened with Alien Romulus, but looking at that movie, from the little bits of that movie that I did see, I didn't get all the way through it, so I'm not gonna shit on it too fucking much, but it doesn't really feel like a fucking Alien movie. They don't really reference the events of the other movies. It doesn't. I haven't seen Covenant, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't reference the events of Covenant either. It doesn't. It sort of references the events of the first Alien movie, because they have a robot in there that looks very, very similar to Ash, I believe, the android from the first movie. They re-included the android from the first movie, even though he's technically a different character in that movie. But they were like, they threw that in as like a little bit of fan service. Okay, I guess there's a little bit of connection there. There's more than fucking Covenant had, as far as I'm aware. But if you, like, I just feel like that could have easily been a script for another fucking knockoff Alien movie. Like a movie that had nothing to do with Alien, but it just had like a similar premise. That are like, hey, we're gonna make this into a fucking Alien sequel, just to get more eyeballs on it. Like, I understand the strategy, but like, it should be the other way around. You should start off with like, oh, hey, this is going to be an Alien sequel. Let's write a script that actually connects it to the other fucking movies. The Alien Romulus, as far as I'm aware, is just like it's essentially like a standalone sequel. I'm getting all fucking mush mouth. Sorry. It's essentially a standalone sequel to the other movies. So there's no direct connection between it and Covenant. It doesn't really pick off where Covenant left off. It's just another story in the same universe, which I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like if you're going to make another movie in the same franchise, it should at least like fucking have something to do with the other movies. And you know what? I'll point out to you a fucking example of one movie that I feel like actually does do what I'm talking about correctly. And it was a movie I saw that I thought was fucking excellent. And I'm not really even a huge fan of the entire series, but I have seen the first movie. I've seen the original Hellraiser, one from the fucking 80s, I believe, like 84, 85, somewhere around there. That's a great movie. I love it. I don't really care for the second one or any of the ones that came after, but whatever. There's fans of that fucking franchise. I'll probably warm up to it eventually, all things considered. But the remake, the one that came out in 2022, it was great. Like they fucking they didn't bother trying to fucking bring back Doug Bradley. I don't know why they fucking would anyways, but he's not in it. The new Pinhead is a fucking redesigned Pinhead. She's a female Pinhead. She's pretty fucking good. She's pretty scary. She captures the essence of Doug Bradley, in my opinion, while bringing her own new fucking flavor to the franchise. The story is essentially a retelling of the original story. They do handle it a little bit differently. It's the same basic setup though. One of the characters comes across the lament configuration, the lament box, whatever the fuck it's called. I think it's called the lament configuration, whatever. The puzzle box from the other movies. She comes across it. She gets in trouble with it. She fucks around too much. Once again, it's a movie I haven't seen in a minute, but I remember thinking at the time, like, this has more or less the same spirit. It has good fucking effects for the time, 2022. It looks pretty good. I think they use a mix of practical and CG effects. Good. That's what they should be fucking doing. It's a movie that pays tribute to Pinhead and the Cenobites in a way that I feel like is respectful. It doesn't really tarnish the legacy of the original fucking movie. And honestly, I didn't really see a crazy amount of press talking about that fucking movie. That's one of the few remakes I've seen where I was like, man, this is actually fucking done really fucking well. And they have a pretty good reason for doing it, because the last few Hellraiser movies did not have Doug Bradley in them. I think the last two did not. Maybe the last three. But they were trying, before that, the sequels at the end of that franchise, they were trying to get like a Doug Bradley fucking lookalike up in there and try to get someone to do a fucking impression of him, and it doesn't really work for either of the ones, especially the first time they tried that. I've seen, if you ever watched the channel Cinema for Cynics, I've seen Paul's review of all those movies. I've never actually seen them myself, except for the first one and the second, but I've never seen those fucking sequels. But the sequels they got without Doug Bradley, man, they just look like fucking shit. Especially the first one, it's just like, if you go look at, is it like Hellraiser Revelations? I don't know, the one that's like a Hellraiser found footage fucking movie. If you go look at that, it just has like the most bootleg fucking Doug Bradley Pinhead. It's not Doug Bradley, it's someone else, but they're trying to get a guy that looks and acts like Doug Bradley, and man, it just fails so fucking hard. And then the next one, I believe it's like Hellraiser Judgment or some shit like that. They got a guy who looks a little better. He looks a little closer. He's not quite Doug Bradley still, and he's able to approximate the voice a little bit fucking closer. But you can't really carry on a franchise like that. Once the fucking principal fucking actor who plays the villain in every fucking movie is like too old to play the fucking part, or dead, or just gone, like you can't. There's no point in fucking recasting him. Whoever you recast is just gonna fucking suck. So the best way to fucking do it is the way the remake did it. Just reimagine the entire fucking character. In this case, they chose to they wokeified fucking Hellraiser or whatever. They made her fucking female. They made him female. I'm being facetious when I say wokeified. This ain't no fucking shut space. Trust me on that. But they reworked the character so that it's a reimagining. It's not the same character. It's just a different version of Pinhead. And that's the way to fucking handle that shit. You include the original character, you pay homage to the original character, you rework it, you reimagine it so that you're bringing something fucking new to the table. That's the way to fucking do it. The Evil Dead remake, it just doesn't fucking do that. It's one movie that, like, the replacement for Ash has fuck all to do with Ash. Like, the main character who survives at the end, she even picks up the fucking iconic, like, Ash chainsaw at the end. Like, I don't know, I just don't feel the same connection there. The movie fails to make that character resonate, for me. It's something that fucking annoys me. because you can make, you can do what the Hellraiser remake did. You can have it so that the character is fucking reimagined and write her well, write the new villain well, write her in a way that fucking resonates better. I don't. I guess the point I'm trying to make is, like, if you're gonna fucking remake something, you gotta have a good fucking reason for doing that shit. You really do. I don't feel like that remake ever fucking justified itself. Not once. Especially that fucking Evil Dead remake. Hellraiser remake, it's one of the few times where I felt like it really was just justified. Where they actually had a fucking good reason for doing so, and there's fucking 0 people in here. Adios. 0 motherfuckers. We're going for the last 10 minutes, though. I don't care. Fuck it. We made it an hour and 50 minutes. I'm pretty sure I can hit the 2-hour mark pretty much exactly. That's what we're going to try and do. I ain't stopping short of the fucking finish line right here. Fuck that. I want to at least get these streams up above 2 hours every fucking day. Absolutely. Trying to think what other horror remakes I've seen. Most of them have not been fucking great. Usually when they try to reboot a horror movie, it does not end fucking well. That's one of the few, like the very, very few examples of a horror remake, like fucking Hellraiser remake, that I thought was just excellent. Yeah, I'm sure there's hardcore Hellraiser fans out there that fucking disagree with me, but whatever. I'd love to hear their reasons why they don't like it. I mean, honestly, I really would. It's a movie that was shot well. It looks great. It's acted well. It's actually really well, actually, now that I think about it. The storyline is tight. It's not got a whole lot of plot holes. I think there's a few issues, but not anything that breaks the movie in half. Just minor shit. Other horror remakes I've seen. I don't know. I've not watched a whole of the remakes, admittedly. I did see the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've only seen that one, admittedly. I do want to get around to the second one eventually. A lot of people say, or I've heard it said, that the House of a Thousand Corpses is like a spiritual successor or spiritual remake. Fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think you can make a pretty reasonable case for that, honestly. Because it's a pretty similar movie, similar premise. A bunch of crazy motherfuckers run a haunted house out in the fucking middle of nowhere. I think House of a Thousand Corpses kind of leans into that a little more than Texas Chainsaw, though. It's good shit, though. I will say, House of a Thousand Corpses, the only fucking real issue I have with that movie is the fucking editing. I hate how that movie is fucking edited. I really do. It just makes it a pain to fucking sit through. It's a decent enough fucking movie, honestly. Like, all the characters are pretty funny, and they're pretty scary as well. I love the fucking fish boy scene. That's fucking hilarious. That's still fucking funny to me. I love that. Captain Spaulding, played by Sid Haig, he's fucking hilarious throughout that entire fucking movie. He's even funnier in the second one, in The Devil's Rejects. But I will say, one of the barriers to entry for me for sitting through that fucking movie is just how the fuck it's shot. Or not how it's shot, but how it's edited. Fucking Rob Zombie, that was his first movie, and I think he's actually given himself a little bit of criticism for it in more recent times, because he was just like, I don't really like how I fucking made that movie. I don't really like watching it. And I gotta agree, because he fucking made the movie like it was a fucking music video. Which, you know, it's cool for like the first 20 minutes. You know, there's a little bit of novelty to that, honestly. It's kind of interesting. But once you start getting around that mark, like the 20, 30 minute mark, you start to get a little fucking sick of it. It starts to get fucking old. You're like, goddamn, I just wish this was just like edited like a normal fucking movie. Because there's like random shit that's popping up. There's jump cuts fucking everywhere. There's music all over the place, which I do like. I actually do really like the soundtrack, but sometimes it's just fucking inappropriate. I don't know. And it's a movie that I really do enjoy. It's just that's just one fucking flaw, one major flaw of that movie that makes it a fucking bitch to actually sit through. But I don't have that issue with the Devil's Rejects, not one fucking bit. I love me some Devil's Rejects. I can sit down and watch that movie because that movie, it's shot and edited way more like a traditional fucking horror movie, and it has a lot of the same elements that I really do enjoy. In fact, it takes it a step above in terms of quality. If only just for that fucking editing shit, but I mean, there's more to it. You know, it's not only just a horror movie, but it introduces a little bit more action elements into it, and they really don't pull their fucking punches with the Devil's Rejects. It's pretty fucking gory. The story is just really fucking well done, honestly. Like I remember, I can't remember is it fucking Brad Dourif that's in that movie? Oh man, I can't remember who the fuck plays the main fucking cop that's chasing them, but he's fucking hilarious. He's pretty dedicated. And then there's that fucking oh man, what the fuck, dude? There's that dude from Django in there as well. I can't remember his fucking name either. Man, their names are escaping me at the moment. But there's Bill Moseley, there's Sherry Moon Zombie, there's fucking Sid Haig. I know a lot of people don't like Sherry Moon Zombie, by the way, but I don't really understand the fucking hate boner that some motherfuckers have. I don't get it. She's not the worst actor. She's not the best actor, but whatever. Don't want to get too hung up on that shit. I see a lot of fucking misogyny fucking directed towards her whenever I go look up that movie on Reddit, though. They're just like, oh man, she can't act worth the shit. So I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Have you ever fucking acted in a goddamn Hollywood movie? Have you ever tried to fucking sit through the fucking struggles that she's had? Get out of here with that shit. You don't need to be spreading hate where it's not fucking needed. That's what the internet's for, I guess. We're pretty close to ending it. Oh, fuck. Oh. Hour and 57 minutes. Pretty much. Still alive. Oh, shit. Fucking reconnected. Goddamn. What the fuck happened? Damn. Well, I guess we're gonna stream any fucking ways. Thanks a lot, YouTube, for cutting it off right at the fucking end. But the world is in your motherfucking hands. Grab that shit. Peace.